We have success. Good morning, everyone. It is just now 10 o'clock. Everything went the way it was supposed to this morning with trying to get in through Zoom. So I am here. Let me know when you are here. We're winding down the days. Just a little over a week until Christmas. I'll give you a minute to find me because, as I said, it is just 10 o'clock. Hopefully, everyone's getting all the tasks done on their task list to get ready for the big day. I don't have a lot of housekeeping to do this morning. Of course, coming up in January, we will be releasing our new mini catalog, and I can show you the inside. I can only show you the cover. It's pretty, it's springy, right? And then the back, of course, just has a picture of a demonstrator on it. But this catalog is packed with lots of fun things that we'll be playing with from January through April. Excuse me. And then, of course, celebration will also be happening in January and February. There is a slight change to celebration. Now, I've been a demonstrator for 21 years and probably Stampin' with Stampin' Up! For 24 years. This is the first time they've made an adjustment to the qualifying purchase amount that you need to make in order to earn a free celebration item. So instead of a $50 purchase to receive a level 1 item for free, it's now a $60 purchase. So that's a $10 increase. And then for the level 2, it's $120 versus the $100. So keep that in mind as you're planning your purchases for January and February so that you can maximize the benefits and get those free celebration items. Of course, the best way to maximize the benefits during celebration is to grab the starter kit. And with that, you're going to get your choice of 2 sets of our Stampin' Write markers. So that's 20 markers. You can pick the Regal family, the Brights, the Subtles, the Neutrals, whatever you prefer. And you're also going to get a stamp set that was designed specifically to use with the Stampin' Write markers. In addition to your $125 in product for just $99. So it's a really nice bonus in there as well. The $125 you get to pick. I'm often asked, well, can I go over and pay the difference? Not for the starter kit. For the starter kit, it has to be $125 in product or less for the $99. And Stampin' Up! Even picks up the shipping. So here goes my voice already. Good morning, Cindy. Hey, you finally caught me live. How about that? Look at that. Awesome. So anyway, that's coming in January. My catalogs have already gone out in the mail unless I see you on a regular basis, and then they're going to be available in person for pickup. And if you don't have a demonstrator and you're interested in getting a set of the catalogs, please let me know. We'll work something out and we'll get those to you. Okay, let me put those aside. And then I'll show you my just cards for this month. We've got our cute little Utterly Awesome sneak peek of some new designer series paper coming. This is a fun fold that we'll be doing. Another sneak peek of paper. And then a Great Masculine birthday card, and then a quilt card. I always think they're fun to create with. So if you've been watching me, you know the routine. With a minimum $45 product order, you earn the card kits for free. With a $60 product order, you're going to receive the Dots for Days elements, gems, for free as well. If you're long distance, we ask for $4 postage to help get those products to you. And otherwise, if you're local, you can do a porch pickup, or you can come to the in-person class on the second Tuesday of the month at 3 p.m. here at my home in Dillsburg. This is the last month for the free kits. Going forward, you will be receiving a free PDF of projects that you can create at home, and those will be emailed to you. Or you can purchase the kit for $20 Still come to the in-person class if you like, or, we can still ship those to you. The postage will go up to $5 in January for that though. So keep that in mind. If you want to get those card kits, this is the last month to do it for free with your qualifying purchase. And the last thing I have is these pretty light the year cards that we created last year. Good morning, Debbie and Debbie. I had two Debbies last year. We created last year. Light the year that we created last week. I've got a frog in my throat and I can't clear it, sadly. These are so pretty. I love the stamp set, right? Sorry. I just love the lanterns. So we created these last week together. If you missed that, you can go back and watch the replay. This is actually an easel card. And I know it's late to get these for Christmas, but perhaps you can use them next year. Put them away in your stash, right? And actually the winner of these is Verna Freer. And Verna happens to be my mother-in-law, so the random wheel picked her today. And I'm going to be up there on Friday, Verna, so I'm going to bring these with me. Okay. Hey, Julie, good morning. Good morning. Hope everyone's having a good day. It is like crazy foggy here because our temperature is going to be 57 today. The weather is just bizarre. And then I just checked the weather on Saturday up in New York and it's 22. So I guess I'll be packing all the heavy clothing to go up there. All right, let's pick something up off the floor that I might need. And we're going to start with, we're going to do some gift card holders, right? It's a little late for Christmas cards, but you might need some gift card holders. So here's our first one. Oops, belly band slid. This has a little belly band to help keep it closed. We're using the Christmas labels set. And I didn't have a chance to check the discontinued list this morning, so I'm not sure if this is still available or not. This was a great one. Actually, I think it's not, at least portion of it is not. And then it opens up like this. And you just stick your gift card right in there, close it up, and the belly band goes over. You want to make sure you don't make the belly band too tight so that the extra thickness of the gift card will fit inside, right? All right, so here we go. Well, I'm looking, oh, there it is. I'm like, I'm looking for the base piece and I'm not finding it. So this started out as an 8.5 by 6.25. I scored it at 4.25, and then I turned it and scored it at 3 1/8. And the reason I scored it at 3 1/8 was to give me a little extra room, again, for the thickness to cover the gift card. So it just took a little bit extra off the top there. And then we're going to bring in our pretty greenery papers. I like the pop that you get when you mount something like this design and you're going to put it on the Mossy Meadow. That is pretty. I like it, but to me, it just pops a little bit more if we layer it on a layer of white or even vanilla, right? So that's what we're going to do. One of these is not like the other, so I have to find, there we go. I have 3 pieces here. So the bigger one is going to go right in here. And then we'll use these on the outside. Let's go ahead and stamp this piece. And we're going to use Garden Green. There is Garden Green in that Designer Series paper, as well as the Mossy Meadow. And I kind of like, again, the brightness of the Garden Green versus the Mossy Meadow ink. So we're going to use Garden Green for this. Now I'm looking for my tape. My studio has become the, oh, we got to hide this. Where are we going to hide it? Oh, we're going to hide it in the studio. Okay, great. Okay, great. You hide it in the studio. We'll pop these layers together. So this is not a difficult, but I think it came out so pretty. I'm going to miss this paper. I really enjoyed this paper this year. I actually like the whole suite of products that we had. Oh, thank you. I just got them done. I just got them done yesterday, I guess. I was afraid I did that. I used the wrong insert. I thought I had them separated, and apparently I did not. So let me pull this out. And we're going to cheat because there's already adhesive on there. And I'm going to glue it down so nobody's ever going to know I stamped on the back of it. I threw my nail tech for a little bit of a loop when I said, I'd like a bow on my ring finger. She's like, what? There we go. All right, now we're going to pop this one up here. And then we're going to close this one. Pop this on here. And then this one's going to go on the front. Then we'll cut another, or no, actually I have the extra white. Uh-oh. Oh, need to grab a refill. I thought I had one here. I looked at my one that my stand up or my backup applicator and it's showing red too. I'm like, well, that's not going to help us at all. So let's just go grab a refill. Always, and I know I say this every time I have to change it when I'm live with you all, but always, always, always make sure you get to the nose of the applicator before you put the new one in, because you're always going to have some glue buildup in there. And the problem is when that happens, when you put a new applicator in there, that glue grabs the new adhesive as it's coming through the nose, and it will, you know what, it will really kind of wreck your refill. There we go. All right, now we should be able to take, yes, that looks better. We're going to take that piece and we're going to restamp. My camera setup is off center to my desk, so I'm constantly working on the right side. I apologize. I just readjusted myself to try to be more in the middle. We're going to tear that down over the holidays and try to rebuild it again. I don't think I'm ever going to find the right or the perfect the perfect placement, right? Okay, so there is our cute little fold. Now we're going to go ahead and grab a piece of basic white and our label, and we're going to die cut that. Hey, Judy, I'm so glad you are here this morning. You won the cards a couple of weeks ago, but I don't believe I have your address. So if you can private message me your address. So, I mean, there are Christmas cards, so they're probably going to be late for you, and I apologize. But I was just saying, maybe you can use them next year. Even if you've got all your wrapping done, you overachievers. I do not. I haven't even started. That's on my agenda today too. I have a big agenda today. But my husband, the deal we've had since we've been married, and probably even before, because we were together for 4 years before we got married, um, is that I do the shopping and he does the wrapping. So he's on wrap duty for all of our family and friends, and I'm on wrap duty for him. So I have a lot less to wrap than he does. Okay. So there is our pretty label die. I'll get this back off the table. I do love my mini machine. It's perfect for things like this. And so many of our dies now are sized to fit in the mini. So it's not a bad investment. And we're going to use the Be Merry reading. I also have to figure out why my phone holder drops after I go live, because now I see that it's really drooping. And then I just have, and I'm going to measure this because I'm not sure. This is 1 inch wide by 7.5. Okay. So this, again, this started out as 8.5 by 6.25, scored at 4.25, and then turned and scored at 3 1/8. And then when you cut this piece out, you're cutting at 4.25 by 3.25. Okay. All right. So we're going to, oops. I always want to put that piece on the inside. I'm not, that's where it belongs. Okay. I'm all right. Then I'm going to, and I wrap so that my seam is in the front because the belly band will cover it. Not the belly band, the label. I didn't have my coffee this morning. Can you tell? So we're going to wrap it around. Remember, I'm going to keep it a little bit loose so that I have some additional width, girth, if you will, to accommodate the gift card. And then this is going to go right there. So it will cover our seam. You can use tear and tape for this. You can use seal. You can use Tombow liquid glue, whatever your strong adhesive of choice is. So I have a little bit of extra room in there, as you can see, and that will allow the belly band to accommodate the additional depth, if you will, or for the gift card. Okay. And then I'm using the Blooming Pearls. I wanted a little bit of gold accent to pick up the gold that's in the Designer Series paper. We're going to grab a couple of these little guys. There we go. So that is gift card number 1. And again, it's not difficult at all. These are just layers. Let me tell you what the layers are. What do I do with that? The layers are, and not that you can't figure it out, but the Designer Series paper is 4 by 2 7/8. And then the basic white is going to be 4 1/8 by 2 and no, by 3. Let me just check myself on that. Yep, by 3. So for all 3 layers. So there you go. Those are the first of our 2 Christmas gift cards. I missed something. Oh, okay, Judy, thank you. Oh, Deborah, I am so, so sorry. I am so sorry to hear that. I'll keep you in my prayers, my friend. All right, moving on to our next project. We're going to do a little sleeve gift card holder, if you will. This is the Snowy Scenes. It's laying right here. Let me double check myself. Yeah, Snowy Scenes Designer Series paper. Thanks. Thanks, Julie. I'm sure it is. I am sure it is. Okay, so this is the full 12 inches of your Designer Series paper, and it is 6 inches wide. So it's half a sheet of Designer Series paper. You're going to score it at 4 and 8, and then you score it at a ½ inch at the bottom. Okay. So we're going to, once we've got it scored, and this, my scorer actually cut this for me, which I thought was actually very nice because I needed it cut. So it'll keep me from going too far since that's done. So I am going to do my best to trim this up, and you could do it on your paper trimmer, or if you can cut straight, which I'm trying real hard because I'm on that score line, so I should be good. Just cut it off that way. And then you're going to cut this side off too. So this side is going to stay in place. Or the center, I should say, not this side. The center is going to stay in place. Apparently, I'm better on the other side going straight. There we go. All right, and these you can keep or you can toss, whatever you want to do with them. So now we are going to bring the paper trimmer in because we're going to cut the front pocket. So on this side, we're going to cut from the fold to the bottom corner. Gonna line up my bottom corner and then get my fold in here as well. And I'm really doing this by feel because I truly cannot see that up there. And you don't want my head in the camera. So we're gonna go with that. Oh, that was pretty good. And then on this side, right, we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to turn it around and cut. So our pockets will look like that. I think that's the only thing we need to do with the paper trimmer. We're going to put some tear and tape on that. Do not put it on the inside like Lori did on her sample. It goes on the outside so that we can bring our points over. Okay, so we'll do it on here first. And it really doesn't matter which side you fold down first, whichever one you choose. And then we're going to put a strip there. We're not going to go the whole way out to the end, okay? Because this point will not cover the whole thing. So I'm going to start it right about there and bring it over. Except I'd like it to be as close to the bottom edge as I can make it. There we go. So just remember, if you make this one, leave about a ½ inch, maybe a little bit more, so that your point, that the adhesive isn't exposed beyond your point. There we go. So that's how easy it is to make the pocket. I'm going to grab my bone folder and just reinforce those score lines. That cuts off a little bit at the top. Like I said, I couldn't see that one, but that's okay. Now I did cheat on my layers because I used our old slot punch and I punched through both layers together. So if you still have that, great. If not, you could use a crocodile and do a circular opening or handheld punch or something. Even the old toolkit that Stampin' Up had the awl and the hammer in it. You could even use that. Hey, Melinda, good to see you. All right, so the layers here are 3 3/4 by 5 1/4. And then this one is going to be 3 5/8 by 5 1/4. So we're just going to have a little bit of a border of green on each side, which I know is hard to see when I lay it on the black, but just a tiny amount of green on each side. I decided to do a little stamping around it. Let's pull this out so we can see what we're working on now. So there's our pocket. You can tell I was at the nest, and finding out what needs re-inked is really a hit or miss endeavor down there. So my green is going to be much darker because I'm at home and this ink pad was re-inked. I did re-ink that ink pad when I saw the situation. And you could even come back and put in red berries if you wanted to. I'm not going to go the whole way down. There's not really a reason to. And then we'll just go across the top. Okay. I have my layer of garden green. I used a 1.5 inch circle punch. Again, you could use a die, you could use whatever you have. And I just am going to line the sides and the bottom, not the top, the sides and the bottom with the tear and tape again. Do you all give gift cards for Christmas? I have a 23-year-old nephew. Gift cards are a must. And my brother's girlfriend or fiance, she likes gift cards too. So gift cards are prevalent under the tree when we celebrate. Oh, I just hit the camera, sorry. Just gonna peel that off. I don't know why I don't use tear and tape more often. I really do like it, and I like the strength of it. I tend to be I'm going to trim that down. For some reason I did not cut that to the right size. There we go. And then I'm just going to add a little bit of the designer series paper, a little strip of that as an accent in here. Cut everything a little too big on this side. I think I realized after I made it the first time that my insert was a little too wide. So I think that's why I cut everything down, but I had probably already cut the paper. And now we're going to go ahead and line this up and mount a decorative layer. I'm going to line the slot up. That's how it's getting lined up. If the slot's lined up, I'm going with it. Okay, so there we go. We've got our edges and then our pocket. We're going to grab some of that silver and white ribbon. This is always my challenge, is getting it to go through. Oh, look at that. It made a liar out of me today. It went through beautifully, didn't it? just pull that snug. Don't pull too tight. Sometimes you can tear right through your card base if you pull it too tight. There we go. Fits beautifully. And then we're just going to decorate the front. I'm still using So Very Merry, although I know that's on the last chance list. So again, it might be gone, but you can use whatever, yeah, whatever greeting you'd like to on here. Poppy Parade is the red in the designer series paper, so we're going to go with that. I'm going to use my grid lines to make sure I'm lined up. Is the season to be jolly? Now I've got the same hexagon punch. I think that's what this one's called. I've got a piece of green that doesn't want to get off my finger. We're just going to cut it in half horizontally. All right. And then we'll use that to outline our label. And you've seen that trick 1,000 times, I'm sure. We're going to mount that here, but I'm not going to put adhesive at the top because it's going to be extending beyond the V of the gift card holder. So we're going to put most of our adhesive right down here. That's the bottom to hold it in place. And then the coveted peppermints, right? I've never seen anything sell out like these guys did 3 times. But they are due back in. I didn't check it this morning, but the last time I looked at it, they were due back in the week of the 23rd. Not going to help us a whole lot for this season, I realize. But what that tells me is they're a carryover. So they're going to be back. Let's see. I use the big ones for next season, for next Christmas season. So, plus, I don't know about you, but I start my Christmas cards really early. I start Christmas in July. So I'll be able to use them in July because I'll know they'll either be available online or they'll be coming back in the next holiday catalog. And there is another gift card holder for Christmas. So, okay. And I did Poppy Parade and here I did Garden Green. So you can tell me which one you want if you are the winner. That's a good point. I was just going to tell you, and then I went, oh, that's good. Good point. This is my last live of 2024. We are leaving to go to my husband's parents up in New York for the weekend, and then we're back, but we won't be back in time necessarily for me to do Sunday night over on my Facebook channel. And then I will be in full-blown Christmas mode to get ready for the holiday. And then we'll be visiting friends and having friends in and everything through the new year. So I will be back live on, I think it's January 5th. I think that's the first Sunday after the new year, over on my Facebook channel, and then back here on YouTube on January 7th, if I have my dates right. So just a heads up on that. All right, now how about a sneak peek? Anybody want to see? I even had the Garden Green laying here. I'm all right. Anybody want a sneak peek of the upcoming Floral Delight Designer Series paper and one of the new punches? So this is one of the new punches. This is called To the Point Label Punch, I believe is its name. Oh, look at that crooked. Yeah, that little thing likes to pop out. This one's kind of cute. And I believe it coordinates with, there is a stamp set in the catalog that 2 stamp sets in the catalog that it coordinates with. The one that we're using today is Bright Borders. So that is going to be a fun one to play with, and I can see doing lots of fun things with that. And then the designer series paper, which I don't have the full pack here because I did this in Gettysburg and I left my paper down there. But it's the same paper that I used on, let me find it, this card. So there's 3 different patterns, 4 different patterns here of that paper, because this is in the pack, this is in the pack, this is in the pack, this is in the pack. See, this is this piece. So this is called Floral Delight Designer Series paper, and it is part of an entire suite of beautiful, beautiful, beautiful projects and products. We'll make lots of fun projects with it. You like the garden green? Yeah, I think I do too, but that'll be the one we give away. Wait, they came back earlier than the 23rd and they're gone again, Debbie? Because I know they were back for 2 hours one time, and then they were back for 4 or 5 days, and that's when I got mine. But that was back right before Thanksgiving was when they sold out, and then they were scheduled to come back in the week of December 23rd. So they came in early and they're gone again. Okay, so we have a 4¼ by 11 piece of cardstock. It is scored, of course, at the 5½, and then this score is 1½, and this is going to fold to the inside. This is a really quick and easy one, guys. So we're just going to go ahead and mount the designer series paper on the front flap. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, ignore what I just said then. And then I've got 2 strips. And we're going to mount one on here and then one over here. This is such bright, springy paper, and all the yellows work beautifully together. Okay. Now, where'd I put that tear and tape? We're going to need that tear and tape again, because we're going to use it to seal up our pocket over here. This time we just have to do the 2 sides. You can put a notch in it. My gift card is going to slide in this way and fit across, so I'm not going to put a notch in the pocket, but you absolutely can if you'd like. Because, you know, there are no rules in stamping. You get to do it any way you want. I am going to keep my tape real close to the edge, however. And I see it now. I was like, I'm not sure where my take your pick tool disappeared to, but points of my scissors work just as well. There's my pocket. I'm going to bring in our white. Okay. I do not have the happy birthday set here. That is from another new set. So this happy birthday is in a brand new set that's coming out. I love how the size of it, and it's perfect. But we do have the from me to you, so let's work on that. This is the bright borders that I was mentioning earlier. So you've got 3 different items to punch, or images to punch, and then you've got a variety of greetings. I'm going to go with the one that I have mounted. How about that? Living between 2 places is taking its toll, I think. We're going to use some old olive ink. I'm going to punch that. I'm going to stamp it right here. And then I've got the From Me to You. And I'm going to put that across here. And we'll punch that out. I'm going to mount that onto a 2 3/8 inch circle. And then we're just I'll go ahead and put this in a while. We're just going to add adhesive on the back. I hit the camera is literally right at my eyes. So I keep bumping it and I apologize. We'll add that to the front. And then another sneak peek for you is these cute little embellishments. These are the party dots. They're in the Wildflower suite, I believe. That's insane that they're gone again already. Well, the good news is, like I said, the fact that they even were getting them in on the 23rd of December, or now a few days early, obviously, says that they are carrying over. So hopefully we'll do a little bit better job ordering them the next time. Oh, I'm sorry. I am sorry. Because they really are cute. I had ordered them for my stamp camp and was shorted. My order was short when it arrived, mispacked, and they weren't able to fulfill it. So I didn't get to use them for my stamp camp. So that was kind of a bummer. Okay, so there we go. How quick and easy is that one, right? But it has a cute little pocket on it. We're actually doing a Christmas version of this in my stamp club, which that's the last night for that is tomorrow night. So they'll have them in time to do their holiday gift cards. But okay, so there we go. There's our 3 gift cards with a sneak peek of the upcoming product. And here are the 2 Christmas gift cards that we made. Gift card holders. What do you think? Had you seen those gift card holders before? I did this one years and years and years ago. This one was new to me. And this one, I did a version in a card, only it was bigger. So I kind of trimmed it down. Hey, ladies, thank you so much for watching. And gentlemen, if any men are watching, I appreciate it. I wish for all of you a happy and safe holiday season as we roll here into Christmas and New Year's. Many blessings to you and your family. And let's hope that 2025 brings lots of good things for everyone. I appreciate you all watching and I appreciate your support. Thumbs up, commenting, sharing, all of that lets YouTube know that you like what you're seeing and you want to see more of it. So any of that you are willing to do, I am so grateful for. You have a wonderful, wonderful time with family and friends, and I will see you back here January 7th, which will be a Tuesday. Have a great one, guys. Thanks. Be safe. Bye.